Hi there, in this video tutorial we're going to show you some of the actual day-to-day features of the 4Winds Digital Content Manager. Now this video is going to assume that you've seen the first and second one, which show you A, how to log on, and B, how to actually manage content moving from your computer to the VPN experience to the content bin of 4Winds. So let's start by opening the CLS signage folder in the VPN. And you can see these are the facilities folders that we have access to. So I'm going to put information into Nursing 241 because that's the area I'm in. Now, a little bit earlier I actually put this in here. I have these, you can see they're dated 2017 January 16th, and there's a series of calendars. So I'll quickly show you how I got this stuff in here, and then we're going to go into the Content Manager and actually show you some of the new features, which includes the full screen management. So I have my content actually on my computer back here on my desktop. There they are. Now you don't drag these from here into 4Winds. If you do and it accepts it, then as soon as you turn your computer off, there goes the information that the sign's trying to pull. So instead you're actually going to take the content here and you're going to, that link we showed you in video 2, CLS signage, you're going to put your content in here, into the FM folder, and then into the folder that represents your area. So example, Nursing 241. And you can see I dropped these in there a little earlier today, about an hour ago. So that's how I got those there. And then I'm going to go back to the actual VPN experience here. And in here, I'm going to take those images, and then you're going to drag these over to the actual content bin of 4Winds, which is open right here. And so we're going to open that up. We're going to find the appropriate folder, such as Nursing in 241, and then we're going to take this and drag it just like that and drop it in there. And when you do that, it's going to say, hey, let's set up some of the parameters here. And one of the first ones is well, how long do you want this to play for? It depends, but I think 20 seconds is pretty good for the average person to kind of consume and see something new. So let's change these maybe to 20 seconds. And the last one. Okay, so now that you can see those here in the bin, if you don't, you could sort by name or date uploaded. There's other types of filters in here. I usually like to name them with some type of date, such as year, month, day. That way it's easy to sort them. And so in this example, I'm going to do is I'm going to push some content to the HSW sign. And so I'm going to close N241 here, and I'm going to open up, let's open up HSW 207 South. And you can see that there's now a full screen landscape and a horizontal template. This is the one that you're used to seeing with the clock on it and two different images on the top left and right corners. And this is a full screen experience. Now if this was external facing other customers, we'd probably want to use this one here most of the time, but since this is for in-house use and you want to have a lot of data on the screen that might be hard to read in a smaller type of template, you can use this one. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to put content in here. I've already put some in here, so I'm going to delete it by just pushing delete and delete. If you're on a Mac, you want to hold the function key and then push delete. So there's nothing in there. So let's take the West Trades and the Parnassus Engineers weekly calendar for this week and push it over here on main. There we go. Now I could tell that this is deployed because there's a purple bar here, but if this for some reason was unscheduled, this would not play. And so what I need to do is click on this right template here and say new reoccurrence, and just go ahead and say OK, and notice the purple bar comes back. That means this is actively on. Think of it just like a TV station. Is CBS on? Is NBC on? That way when you change between the channels, they actually have some reception. So the purple bar is good. Now going down here, we have this larger sign template, the one that has the variety of images in it. And I've already put the same information here on the upper left corner, and then I've left UCSF News on the bottom right corner here. Now, in order for these two to switch between each other, you need to have a frame of reference. And this is going to be a little bit odd, but the frame of reference is the clock. If you right click on the clock on this one here, the horizontal data, and you go to edit source content, you'll see that the duration is set to 1 minute. And I'm going to set also the update interval to 1 minute. That means that after 1 minute, it's going to leave this horizontal data AD and move over to the full screen. And the full screen, we could put as much in here as we want to. If you put them at 20 seconds a pop, and you have 2 in here, that means after 40 seconds it's going to move into the horizontal data. And then the horizontal data will play for 1 minute, and then it's going to move back to here. So if you put 10 images in here and you want them to play for 1 minute each, but your clock is set to only 1 minute, well, the other 9 will never be seen. And so it's kind of the compromise we're making to have full screen and horizontal at the same time, is you have to kind of take that in consideration, that there is something representing the actual duration that this is going to play for. And right now that's set for 1 minute. So I'm going to click OK. Going to click on this clock here, make sure that it's also set to 1 minute. Very good. So before I actually deploy this, which would be right clicking on the actual digital sign here and saying deploy, I'm going to see how it looks. So let's go to the play button. And you can see right now it's playing a full screen experience of the West trade from January 15th to 21st. Now this is only accurate, of course, on the day we put the image in here. So if it changes on Wednesday and you put it up on Monday and you want people to read this as gospel, then you want to make sure that you put a new image up here on Wednesday to represent that. Okay, so that's there. After 20 seconds, we're going to see this shift to the Parnassus Engineers. There it goes, Engineers calendar. And then after that, it's going to move its way over to the horizontal data. So I'm going to close these, make it look nice and clean. I'm going to right click, I'm going to say deploy. It's going to show you all the changes you made. Looks like a lot, but really we didn't do too much. And we're going to click on save changes. It's going to process that information and say it's successful. And there you have it. We just took images, pushed them onto 2 separate types of templates, and then set the duration of those to something that worked for us, and then we deployed it. This is the type of video I'm sure you might have to watch a few times, and we can make some follow-up ones to give you some other examples. But in a nutshell, just remember you have your content bin here, which you push stuff all the way up until the location of your signs. But this information here comes from the digital sign content folder, and that is on your VPN experience. Now your home computer, your actual computer's desktop is not where you want your images to come from. You want to take them from there to the O drive CLS digital signage, go find the FM shortcut, drop it in there, and then when you log in to the Citrix experience, you'll see that, open it up, find your images, and then you drag those into the content bin here. A lot of steps, not totally intuitive, but it is cutting edge. So have fun with it. Talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.